He drank poison that could destroy the entire universe. He defeated death himself. He destroyed 3 invincible cities with a single arrow. And over a billion people worship him today. But here's what most people don't know about Shiva. He is simultaneously the most powerful being in existence and a man who owns absolutely nothing. No palace, no wealth, no throne. Just ash on his body, snakes around his neck, and the Himalayas beneath his feet. Who is this god that has captivated humanity for thousands of years? And what does he represent that makes billions choose to worship him? Let's find out. Shiva is one of the principal deities of Hinduism, one of the oldest living religions on earth. He is part of the Trimurti, the Hindu trinity of three supreme gods: Brahma, the creator of the universe; Vishnu, the preserver of the universe; Shiva, the destroyer of the universe. But calling Shiva simply the destroyer is like calling the ocean just water. It misses everything that matters. Shiva is known by 1008 names in Hindu texts. Each name reveals a different aspect of his nature. Mahadeva, the great god; Nataraja, the lord of dance; Bholenath, the innocent, pure one; Mahakala, the master of time and death; Adiyogi, the first yogi, the originator of yoga itself. He is simultaneously terrifying and gentle, powerful beyond measure and completely detached from power, the destroyer of the universe and the most devoted father. He is the god of contradictions, and that is exactly why he has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Let's address the question directly. According to Hindu scriptures, Shiva's power is essentially limitless. He destroyed Tripura, 3 cities built by demons that were invincible to every weapon in existence. Every god had tried and failed. Shiva ended them with one arrow, one moment, gone. He defeated Yama, the god of death himself. When Yama came to take Shiva's devoted follower, Markandeya, Shiva kicked death away. His devotee became immortal. Shiva literally conquered death. He drank the Hala poison during the churning of the cosmic ocean. This was a poison so potent it could destroy all of the creation instantly. Every god and demon fled from it in terror. Shiva stepped forward, he held it in his throat, turning it blue. He didn't swallow it, he didn't spit it out. He simply contained total destruction within himself. His third eye, when opened, can incinerate anything in existence, including gods, including demons, including reality itself. When he opened it against Kama, the god of love, Kama was instantly reduced to ash. His Tandava, the cosmic dance of destruction, when performed at full power, ends the universe itself. By any measure in Hindu mythology, Shiva's power exists at the absolute peak of existence. This is where it gets philosophically fascinating. Within Hinduism, there are different schools of thought. Shaivism believes Shiva is the supreme being. All other gods, including Brahma and Vishnu, are manifestations of Shiva. Vaishnavism believes Vishnu is the supreme being. Shiva is a great god but ultimately derives his power from Vishnu. Shaktism believes the goddess Shakti, Shiva's own wife, is the supreme power. Shiva himself is incomplete and inert without her. So is any god stronger than Shiva? Here's what's fascinating. Most Hindu texts portray Shiva and Vishnu as co-equal supreme beings, two aspects of the same ultimate reality. There are stories where Shiva bows to Vishnu and stories where Vishnu bows to Shiva. Both acknowledge each other's greatness, but the deepest philosophical answer is this. In Hindu philosophy, the question of who is stronger ultimately dissolves into a more profound truth. All gods are expression of one ultimate consciousness. Shiva doesn't compete with other gods. He transcends the very concept of competition. Now to the most important question. Why would over a billion people choose to worship a god who lives in graveyards, smears ash on his body, wears snakes as jewelry, and destroys the universe? Because Shiva represents something deeply human. He represents transformation. Every act of destruction in Shiva's mythology creates space for something new. The universe he destroys will be reborn, the poison he consumed protected creation, the demons he defeated were obstacles to growth. Shiva teaches that destruction isn't the opposite of creation, it is creation. He represents complete acceptance. Shiva accepts everyone without judgment. Gods worship him, demons worship him, humans worship him, animals worship him, outcasts worship him. He is equally accessible to the highest king and the lowest member of society. He represents the power of stillness. Shiva spends most of his existence in deep meditation on Mount Kailash. In a world of chaos and conflict, he sits in absolute stillness. His worship teaches that the greatest power isn't external, it's internal. He represents detachment from ego. Despite being the most powerful being in existence, Shiva lives as an ascetic. No palace, no wealth, no display of status. He has everything, he needs nothing. In a world obsessed with accumulation and status, this philosophy resonates deeply. Why does Shiva matter in the modern world? Because his philosophy answers questions that most society desperately needs answers to. On mental health, Shiva's meditation practice, going inward rather than seeking external validation, is essentially what modern psychology calls mindfulness, ancient wisdom, modern application. On dealing with loss and trauma, Shiva consumed poison that could destroy everything and transform the most destructive force in existence into something contained and manageable. This is what humans must learn to do with grief, trauma, and pain. Don't swallow it, don't spit it out, transform it. On ego, the most powerful being in existence lives as an ascetic, drives no chariot, wears no crown, owns nothing. This is a direct challenge to modern society's obsession with status and display of wealth. On balance, Shiva is equally the god of destruction and the most devoted father and husband. He balances cosmic power with deep personal love. A reminder that true strength and deep gentleness aren't opposites, they are the same thing. On finding purpose in pain, Shiva's destruction always serves as a larger creation. Nothing he destroys is without reason or purpose. This teaches us to find meaning in our own destructions, our failures, our losses, our endings, because they are always making space for something new. So, should people worship Shiva? That is ultimately a deep personal question only you can answer. But here's what we know: for thousands of years, across every social class, every level of education, every corner of the world, people have found in Shiva something they couldn't find anywhere else. A god who is simultaneously the most powerful and the most accessible. A philosophy that embraces destruction as an essential part of creation. A reminder that the greatest strength comes not from force but from stillness. Whether you worship him, study him, or simply find him fascinating, Shiva's story carries wisdom that remains remarkably relevant in a world that desperately needs it. He is not just a god of ancient mythology, he is a mirror held up to humanity. And what we see in the mirror, power, contradiction, beauty, destruction, love, and stillness, is ultimately a reflection of ourselves. That is who Shiva really is. If this made you think, hit subscribe. Every week on the Y channel, we explore questions that matter. See you in the next one.